Hi Sagittarius, I'm Christel and I'm going to do this extensive reading for you for the month of December 2020. Starting with these cards, I'm just going to make some room so that I can lay them out more easily. So the cards have been shuffled, decks have been cut. It's the Eight of Air, which is the Eight of Swords, and the Hermit, Sagittarius. Let's just have a look here, because I need to find some space to put everything. If I can put them here, yeah. It's the Star, Four of Swords, the Fool, the Hangman, the Emperor. So, okay, I'm going to do this like this because I'm not having the space. It's always the sign where I start with that I need to create a little bit more space. And the Hermit again. So we have two Hermits here. Here and here. I also see loads of majors. So we have a major card here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 majors, of which of course the Hermit is repeated. And then Swords, that's the only thing you have. So this is major energy for December. It feels like December is going to sort of, well, the first thing I get is that December is going to launch you into 2021. It's like the big transition begins there. I'm just going to read these two cards represent you and your environment. Now I feel the Eight of Swords usually is a card of feeling trapped, and of course with the Hermit, environment, and they work together, you and your environment. It's like I feel you're sort of isolating yourself. You're isolating yourself to do the getting unstuck, because this Eight of Swords here, as you can see, this angel is sort of shedding its wings and it's sitting on the cloud, and it's okay by sitting on the cloud. And I feel this is you getting rid of whatever has kept you stuck. And you're doing that by really isolating yourself, by really going deep into yourself, into the deepest parts of you that are hidden. And you're doing this alone. It's, you know, the angel is a solitary figure. Here the Hermit, if you see here the Hermit in this card here, where it's a turtle in its shell. The Hermit is a very lonely figure, but he's more alone than that he is lonely. This angel is also alone. So this is something you have to do on your own. There's some decisions probably that you are making, that you're considering, some things about your life in general. And I think it has to do, of course, with a sort of, retrospection as well. Looking back on 2020, which was the weirdest year ever, I think. To my knowledge, that I have lived, I think a lot of people probably have that same feeling. And you need to sort of look back on it and think about what the lessons were, and what is the stuckness about, and how you can get unstuck. And I feel that is, if you look into December, I think that when you start doing this process, these big ones. Okay, there's a bit of overwhelm now because they're so major, these energies. So first of all, the Star. The Star is always this hopeful energy. It is the going for things you wish. This is the beginning. I think from this introspection, you'll start to see what is really important for you, where you want to go. And I feel this Four of Swords card is again a little bit that Hermit card, the card that is alone. The lamb is alone, but the lamb is looking inside. The sun in its forehead, it's looking inside again. It's also very calm. It's very, it's not afraid of the swords. The swords for me represent really all the challenges of 2020. And I feel that the lamb is okay with these challenges. And okay, you know, there may be some challenges that really have shook you, but now in this moment, in December, it feels like, okay, you're coming to terms with this. You're coming to terms with all that happened, with all these changes that happened, with all these upheavals that happened. Because there is hope again. This card feels for me like you are hoping again. You're hoping, and that hope is created by doing the introspective work, by being calm, by going inside, and by just handling these challenges in a calm way, in a non-afraid way. This lamb is lying under the swords. The swords are directed at it, but the lamb is not afraid. It's calm. It's not like... it's not afraid, it's not crying, it's not doing nothing, it's just calmly lying there. And then this Fool comes in. The Fool usually is the beginning of a new cycle. And the new cycle is sort of beginning when you're the Fool. It's like you're in its purest form. The Fool is the number 0. So in a way, the Fool is also a connection. It's always a beginning that comes after an ending. So the Fool partly belongs to the ending and already is the beginning, if that makes sense. So from whatever that's happened here and here, a new beginning is waiting for you. And you're willing to go in that new beginning like this little duckling that is really very young, that's very pure, that has almost no... experience for the world, but it's going to jump off this little branch. It's going to try to fly. And again here we get a slower card, the Hangman. The Hangman in this deck, by the way, this is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck by Krans. The Hangman here is a bat. And as you can see, here's the darkness, and the bat is hanging with his head. It's upside down, as bats should hang. But the head is in the light. So from here, this work you're doing, lots of things coming, lots of insights. I feel that, all these cards are a bit connected. The Hermit, the Hangman, this Hermit. But all these insights give you hope again, connected to the star. And the insights also make you strong. See here we have the Emperor. Again, only one tree. If you really look well, in every card there's only one of them. There's one tree, one lamb, one duckling, one angel, the door, the Hangman, and then one turtle here. So this is a process that you have to do on your own, but you're coming out stronger. The Emperor for me says, whatever is going on here and here, you are like that tree that survives everything, and you are strong, you have deep roots, and you can do this. And you're coming out of the whole process of 2020, the thinking about it and the getting unstuck as a stronger person. I feel this is just a repetition of these cards, of this card and of this card, and really also of this card. It's the Hermit that says again, this is something you have to do by yourself. And when you do this by yourself, you also have to make sure you're in the shell, protected. Okay, the light is on. So this is for me the same light as you have here, where the bat is hanging with its head. And it's the same light that is here. It's also, the light here shining in this is the number that's shining, but still, there is light. It's also the light here from the angel, around the angel. So there is this sense that there is protection. This whole process, you are protected. But it is a process that is going to happen. I mean, this introspection, this learning from 2020, looking at the lessons, looking at the challenges, looking at the problems, getting unstuck, and also letting some of the, the things that you really don't like go, and not taking them with you, so that you can start this journey fresh with all the insights you gained. It's hopeful. I mean, this star is really sort of your emotion. That you carry along in the month of December, you're carrying along into the new year, this hope and this strength from the Emperor. The Emperor is, solid. You come out of this, the whole thing, more solid. I'm going to not pull a lot of cards on top of it because of the strength, but I'm going to just, get a glimpse. And these cards that I pull here is always like a little bit of extra information. It's not the basis. This is the basis. Okay, that wanted to jump. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Magician, see? Star. Another major arcana card on the star, telling you can do this. So I'm going just to have a look here first. Normally I pull them first, but I'm going to do it now one by one. So this Page of Pentacles is the hope that whatever you're doing and working on, something new, so the Fool starts on the journey, but here the hope that something new will come your way. And this can be a new study, a new relationship, a new job, some money, some resources. And the Magician on top of that has this grounding effect, because the Magician pulls its strength from the universe, but also he's pointing to the earth. So he's also a grounding factor. That hope here that you pull from the universe, you're going to ground that into the actions you're going to take as the Magician. Because the Magician has this manifesting power. And this manifesting power is in certain actions he's going to take to get on this road. Now let's see what comes out here, Sagittarius. Okay. Six of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Yeah. So I think here the swords from the Lamb, by you looking at them and just, observing the challenges and the problems you faced in 2020, and all these major obstacles, they lead to a breakthrough. They lead to, again, you preparing you mentally and emotionally and whatever, for this new cycle to begin, for these new steps to take. And I feel that, you find a little bit of a soothing power when you think of the good memories of the past, because I'm betting you that there were also some good things in 2020. It wasn't all shit. It wasn't all a shit show. It was also, there must have been some good things. There must also have been some wise lessons and some wisdom you gained. And you gain also still from the work you're doing, the introspective work, the deep work inside, the shadow work, if you want. So that's leading to a breakthrough, and that will propel you here. But even on that journey, when you start, more insights will come. Again, Swords, Page of Swords is beginning of something new. It's really, okay, I'm going to start afresh, but I'm really going to do it. It's sort of, I feel like it's just, confirming the Fool, only that this page is a little bit more advanced in that he knows more. He knows what he wants to do. He's also he can be a little bit aggressive. I don't feel that's you at the moment because of the other cards. So I feel it's more like the breaking through. You see also the emotional breakthrough, the emotional new beginning with the Fool. It's here. It's going to be a new ride. There is all these new things coming your way. New relationships. I mean, these two aces. Yeah. Okay, the Hangman. Okay, the Hangman, I feel... Let's see first what comes out more. Oh, okay, so we have the 7 and the 9 of Wands. So when you go on this journey of the Fool, and you're sticking out your neck with the Page of Swords, you're doing it, you're cutting away stuff that you don't like from the past, but you're taking a new emotional beginning. Well, sometimes there will be some overwhelm, and there's some things you have to handle. And when you're in that overwhelm, you have to sort of trust this Hanged Man to give you the insights that you need. Because you'll come out of it. You'll come out of it a little bit like tired and exhausted, but the Emperor says that you're strong. You can do this. So these insights are very important, but they may confuse you a bit, but you'll get through the confusion. And sometimes you need to really go deep, and deep work is tiring, but I wouldn't worry because of the Emperor here. I'm going to afterwards draw another card on top of these as well, so bear with me. See this Emperor? This Emperor is strong, and this is some of the first cards really that you have people in there. The other cards were all lonely cards. Here it has lonely card. Now here is also somebody, yeah. So yeah, okay, exaggerating a bit here. But most of them are solitary cards. Okay, so the Emperor gives you the strength and gives you the success. The Emperor, being strong and solid, will get you through everything. Will get you also through this. And the Sun is then, the outcome, the achievement, the success. And the success will bring, I feel that instead of joy and happiness, I think here it is more like you're trusting yourself. Together with the Emperor, this is this strong card of you having a sense of who you are and trusting in yourself and daring to trust yourself. And I feel that this is, instead of a relationship with other people, I think this is you having a new relationship with the various aspects of who you are. Because you sort of know that you can do it if you bring together the various aspects, because we all have a shadow, we all have our, the self that we show to the world, we all have our face that we show to the world, and then there's the real inner self. But we also have in that real inner self, we have like our darker side. It feels like they come together, and that brings this person out. This strong Emperor that is achieving, that is going for its goals, that is, has a lot of self-esteem, self-control, and it knows its self-worth, knows that it's worth and that it's enough. The Emperor knows that he is or she is enough. Whatever you are, whatever gender. Okay, let's have a look what wants to come out here on this one. So this Hermit is the Queen of Wands and the 9 of Cups. So I feel this Queen as well is very connected to this Hermit. She knows she has the creative power, she knows she has the manifesting power, but she also knows she has to wait for the enlightenment, for the insights that need to come out from this Hermit and this Hermit. I feel still, you have still 2 solitary cards here. So this is a very is a path you have to walk yourself. You have it all inside of yourself. You have like the Emperor, the strong, cool person. You have the Magician that also can manifest, that can start something new. You have the Fool that is prepared to go on this new journey. And then you have these things, but these people here, but this all you, of course. And then you have this Queen that also knows she can manifest, but that she knows it's not time yet. The time will come. The time will come. And I feel that you're okay. You know, the Nine of Cups is usually the wish card. That's the traditional meaning. But I feel that you are now okay with this process. That you are okay to be doing this whole lot of inner work, which at times can be really hard. But with the Emperor and the Sun here, it tells me that, yes, that's going to work. So I was going to pull another card for here. Just let me do one randomly from the Good Tarot. This is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. Okay, the Tower. I think here, you know, the Tower is indicating that you're stripping away. You're really ready for this new journey as the Fool. You're really ready to go for, you know, hope versus fear. And the Tower can be fear, but here I feel it's a good tower. It's a tower that really strips away all the, you know, all the unnecessary things, the unnecessary emotions, unnecessary people, unnecessary material stuff, unnecessary thoughts. Yeah, well, you're. It feels like you're coming out this whole new person. So let's pull to end this. You know, to go towards the end. Let's pull a few messages and see if the messages give me a little bit more of an inkling. So the messages I usually pull a little bit like feel them. And let's see what it says. Oh, purification. My energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not need. Here, the Tower, all that I do not need. The angel letting go here. I think even the Star in a way is letting go of all that you don't need and go for the things you need. And then there was here, you know, this is also letting go in a way. And I feel that even the Page of Swords is, you know, I call it, you know, these swords, like this sword and this sword, I call it the cutting the bullshit swords, you know, cutting through the things you don't need. And sometimes you get this nostalgia because there have been good times, but yeah, the swords, you're getting rid of them. So you're really doing a big cleanup, which is the Tower here, which is even the Eight of Swords, you know, unstucking yourself, getting yourself unstuck by purifying. Okay, let's see what this card says. So this is from the Soul Coaching Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. And I already shuffled them, but this is a habit. Anyway, this is from the Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette. And again, a random one. Life Force, Aphrodite. Just let me look. But I feel Life Force, the Sun, the tree, because the tree, without the trees, we don't have life force on Earth because they purify, they give oxygen back. They also purify. The Emperor. I think the Emperor here is your life force. And also, you know, all these different aspects of you coming together. Your life force is coming from the purification. But just hold on 2 seconds. See if I can get some more out of this. So it says you must control and direct your life force energy rather than allow it to control and overwhelm you. Here is that overwhelm. So don't let the overwhelm control you, because you are stronger, you are the Emperor. And you can control that, you can overcome the overwhelm. And that is that life force. I think, I think that's more than enough said, and it works. When I pull out these messages, I just put them randomly somewhere, and yeah, well, they were in the right spots. Life force with the tree and the sun, and then purification here. Even with this is a sort of purification, you getting rid of the overwhelm. And yeah, the hangman also, going from the dark into the light. Anyway, one last one, and this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. It's a beautiful deck. Anyway, also randomly, I want this one. Okay. So let's see what this says. Okay, the grasshopper spirit. Pull it in here. Take a leap of faith. It is that fool. That little duckling here, one needs to jump off the branch to start a journey. And the grasshopper spirit is also, he hops from one place to another, and sometimes he doesn't know where he's going to land, as is the duckling. The duckling isn't knowing what is coming here underneath the branch, whether he's going to land safely or upside down or sideways. He doesn't know that. But that's okay, because it will bring all this new stuff in life. And the grasshopper spirit is saying basically the same thing, go for it, take that leap of faith after the purifying, and after, using your life force, that strength, that control you still have, and that solidity. You're coming out right on the other side. So I feel that December is sort of almost like a preview for 2021, and it's also sort of a closure for 2020 with all these cards going on, with all the, the solitary cards. It's going to be quite the work you're going to do, Sagittarius. It's going to be powerful, but it's going to be work that you're doing by yourself. Nobody else is going to be able to do this work for you. So that's the only thing that I really want to say to end this reading. So I loved doing this reading. It was really a beautiful reading. And any questions, you can put them in the comments. I will always answer them. And anyway, let's see also, soon coming up, there will be a peak reading, a big general peak, a short peak into 2021. So let's see what happens there, whether that will correspond with this one, Aquarius. For now, I'm going to leave you and love you. Bye.